Hi guys, I'm MightyBalls, and today's video is regarding the Skorpion, the new Tier 8 premium tank which came out yesterday. It's the German TD. Now, I purchased this tank. I thought I'll give you a review to let you know what it's like, to see if you want to purchase it, and basically show you if it's any good or not. And also, if you don't want to buy this, I'm going to show you how to take this down on the battlefield. For all of you guys who know, I put this into 3 sections. I put it into the statistics and armor section. I'll give you a couple of replays regarding how to play the tank, or at least how I think you should play the tank. And then the final section is basically a conclusion. I'm giving you some pros and cons on this tank. So let's go over to the statistics. So this is Tanks GG. Basically, you can come here for all the tank statistics of all the tanks in World of Tanks. Now, I've got all the top modules in guns and such. I'm only going to show you AP because it's all you need. I've got gun lane drive, I've got optics, and I've got gun rammer. I've got a small repairs kit, I've got a small med kit, and premium fire extinguisher. I've only got 1 skill crew: recon, smooth ride, snapshot, and situational awareness. I do advise to have camo and brother in arms in this thing when you can get it. In this, I get 2,677.6 damage per minute with a alpha of 490 and penetration of 246. The rounds time is 10.98 with a rate of fire of 5.46 and an aim time of 183. A dispersion of 0.29, which is good, 0.25, 0.26 and 0.15 on moving, tank traverse and turret traverse. It has 60 kilometers an hour forward, 20 backwards, which is great, 14 elevation, which is pretty pathetic, and 7 gun depression, which is pretty decent. The view range on this is pretty bad at 414 with all the things I've got loaded, which is pretty underwhelming, but if you swap that out for binos, it will get to max. Now, the camo doesn't show on this, but I can tell you categorically it is bad. Now, if you do swap it out for a camo net and binos, you will see that the view range goes to 468, which maxes out, and the camo will be a lot better. So if you're a kind of passive TD player, I do advise to go camo net and binos rather than optics and gun rammer. So we're on the armor section of Tanks GG, and on the front it's 37 going down all the way to about 14 to 10 in some parts, so expect to get hit by HE and penetrated. On the side it's the same with around 16 mil all over on 14 on the turret. On the rear it's 20 and it's around 20 on the back as well, so expect to get some butt hurt from HE. We're on Fisherman's Bay. I'm spawned in the north. I'm top tier, which is absolutely blissful for this tank, and I'm going to head off to the 1-2 line. I'm going to try and use this tank to do what a TD does, but because this is more like a hybrid between a medium and a TD, I'm going to use this a little bit more aggressively, and I'm not going to camp back like quite a lot of TDs do. So, as I say, I'm going to head off to a 1-2 line. I'm going to go around 1C-ish, give or take a square, and just see what this bad boy can do. So this tank, as you can see, the mobility is absolutely amazing. It goes between 40 and 60 kilometers on a straight, depending on the terrain it's on. For instance, this is medium terrain, so I'm going around 40. I am going slightly uphill, so you can see the mobility on this tank is absolutely disgusting. So straight away a tank is spotted. I'm going to aim in. I'm aiming, and I shoot and I miss. The velocity on this isn't brilliant. I think it's like 960 or something like that, but it's still pretty decent. It's still going to hit with relatively small lead. So I take a shot at their light tank and I take him out of the game. Poor little chaffy. I only hit him for 49. It was a bit of a kill steal. So the camo on this tank is pretty bad. I've got a bad camo crew. In fact, I've got no camo crew, so at the end of the day I don't expect to get anything better. I put a shot in, I hit him for 450, which is a low roll. One thing I do notice with this tank, I seem to get a lot of low rolls, but then I'll get a huge roll. I don't know if that's how it makes it average, by giving you a load of low rolls and then hitting big with another one. I put a couple of shots in. This tank is quite accurate, but unfortunately my gun trolled me a little. As you can see, the camo on this, I just got spotted, and you can see it's not great. I just hit for 468, again another low roll, bearing in mind this is for 490. You'll see this quite regularly. I put in another shot onto this EK30 O2 and I take him out. So we're 2-0 up with 3.5k in. I see myself a Skorpion G, I aim, I fire, oh he just ducks down, unlucky for that. So I've got my eye on both tanks. This tank here right in front of me, which is the Skoda T25. I'm hoping to hit him hard. I hit him for 540. That was a nice roll, guys. I want to try and finish him off, so I'm hoping he peeks out. Let's see if he does. Oh, he gets taken out of the game. So now we've got the FV. I'm pretty sure that he's going to try and sneak round to try and save himself. So I'm just going to aim here. I shoot and I hit him for 453, another low roll. So I've had 3 low rolls and 1 high roll so far. Let's keep count. So we spot ourselves with AMX. I'm going to put a shot into him, taking him out. I took a shot on there purposely because I wanted to get that kill because I'm a greedy git. So as you can see, the mobility on this tank is absolutely insane. It's basically a medium tank with a gun that absolutely destroys tanks, and that combination can be absolutely devastating to the opposition if in the right hands. With its armour, it's a little bit dodgy. If you're not a great player and you need armour, don't pick this tank, because this tank has no armour and you will be penned from anything you meet. In fact, if you take a look at my second replay, which I advise you to, you will notice that a tier 4 light tank penetrates me with HE. I see the Skorpion G again. I hit him for 435, another huge low roll. As you can see, I'm low rolling, not just a little bit, a stupid amount nearly every single shot I do. I don't know if that's just me being unlucky. I take a shot again from the T44 and I take him out this time, hitting him for 491, one above the average, guys. So as I say, I don't know if I'm being unlucky with this, but it just seems to be that the 490 isn't the average for me. Now normally a TD would be like the RHM. He's done nothing the whole game by the looks of this, because he's camped back and he's so slow getting forward. He's probably not done any damage at all. But because of this tank and its mobility, I've done 3,241 damage, getting 4 killing shots as well. This tank is absolutely insane. Its gun depression is good, its armor's poor, but its accuracy is spot on 9 times out of 10, as you saw with that shot. So he's taken out, it's 12-13, I've got 3,721 damage, and there's still 2 tanks in it. But unfortunately with these tanks, I'm afraid, guys, they're trying to camp, and basically the OI and their light tank has basically ruined it for them, and so is the medium walls going across the bridge, because they didn't want to participate in the game. They thought it would be clever to camp round here and wait for everyone to come so they can get a tiny little bit damage at the end. Now don't do this, guys. You're going to lose a lot of games if you do stupid little things like this. I hate it when artillery do this. But at this point I don't actually know there. I think they've gone to the left, because you can get to the left if you're quick enough. So I look to the left, not there. Suddenly I'm spotted. I'm thinking, what the hell? And there they are. One's drowning himself and the other one's just camping there. So I've taken one shot. I got lucky and he's only using the small gun, so he only hit me for 281. I hit him for 515, which was a nice roll. He hits me again for 286. I'm going to load for him and I hit him for 435. So let's go over to the second replay, guys. So I'm on Ensk on a standard battle, and again I'm top tier. Now I've chose this replay not because it's my best one, because I've had a lot better than this game, but I wanted to show you that this tank can still cut it on a town map. Now I'm going to head off to around D4 in that little window, and I'm going to use this gun and I'm going to punish some tanks that go by. So the mobility gets me there really quickly, nearly as quick as a light tank will. As you just saw, this tank does turn like a boat. It's not great when it's going full pelt, and it can be quite sluggish when turning. So I stop, I spot myself a beautiful leopard, I shoot, and I one-shot him. Unlucky, mate, you lasted all of 27 seconds. So I've been spotted, because the camo on this is garbage, but we're on a small map anyway. I get shot from a light tank, It was a VK3001P fine AP. So I see myself, I take a shot. Oh, the gun velocity and the lack of lead made me miss this shot. So I'm just going to stay around here a little bit. I get shot again from that VK and he hits me for 125. As you see, they're just punishing me every time they shoot. Now luckily I get a shot into him, the cheeky little git. Take that, that was a good trade. You can hit me for 257 all day long if I can hit you for 446. So I see that there's a lurvy there. I just want to go and give him some side loving, give him a little bit of rub on his hips, but unfortunately I see a T20, so I take a shot, he misses, I hit him for 473. So the game is barely a minute old and I'm already on nearly 1400 damage and a kill. I get the side of the lurvy and again I roll low. I haven't had one shot where I rolled even yet in this game. So I've reloaded again I take a shot and I put another shot into the T20, hitting him for 476, which again is a low roll. So I know I keep emphasising the low roll, but I just wanted to show you guys that it's not always 490, which it portrays itself as, which in my opinion is false advertising, because again I hit it for slightly low roll of 487, putting the lurvy on a one shot for myself. So the mod one's just taken the lurvy out. I want to see if I can see that light tank or the T20. I can't. My attention's going to go over to the CDC purely because I'm a bit worried about the mod 1. But my thought is, can I get this T20 out of the game? I see him. I hit the Skorpion G, which was even nicer. But this time I hit hugely for 568. Now that is satisfying. If only I could have that a lot more. So my attention now is towards the CDC. I'm going to load HE and I'm going to hopefully hit him for around 750 because I think this gun can do it. Let's see if it does, shall we? So I poke out. I'm going to wait here for him. I aim in a little thing. I hope this mod 1 isn't going to pop out. I aim. Is he going to pop out? I shoot and I do 289. 289 into there. I didn't hit his gun. 289. So I'm going to see if I could take this guy out with HE again. I do. I take him out quite easily. I've still got HE loaded because let's face it, that's a Skorpion G. I've got 5 kills. I've got 3,705 damage. Am I going to get this last kill? Am I? Am I? No. Unfortunately, the SU12244 did. I'm on WOTreplays.com. I'm not on QuickieBabies because his site seems to be down. As you can see, I did 9 penetration shots on tanks. I got an ace tanker, bruiser, duelist, fighter, fire for effect and high caliber in this game. I also got 1,256 experience with 5 kills, 4,671 damage. I did 121,074 credits. Give me a profit of 92,353. I got a base XP of 1,844 with premium, 7,536 with a ×5 event, and 188 for being a premium, giving me 9,608 experience with 93 free XP. I fired 15 shots, hitting 12 and penetrating 12. So I'm on WOT Replays again. QuickieBabies website's still down. This is the second replay. I penetrated 6 tanks as you can see in this. I also got ace tanker, bruiser, fire for effect and high caliber. I did 1,121 base XP with 2 kills and 3,705 damage. I did 107,797 credits, 6,719 for repairs, 10,430 for ammunition resupply, and 90,649 profit for that game. I got 1,681 experience with premium, 6,728 with a ×5, and 168 for being a premium tank, giving me 8,578 experience with 84 free XP. I fired 10 shots, hitting 9, penetrating 9. So we're down to the last section of this video, guys. It's simple. I've got to give you pros and cons and tell you, is this tank worth it in my eyes? Well, let's give you some pros. The gun depression's pretty decent considering of what type of tank it is. It's similar to a Borsig. I'd say it's a hybrid between a Borsig and a Charioteer. That's the type of tank it is. Now also you've got the gun handling. Now it's a typical TD German. It's like a laser. And then I would say the last main part about this is its mobility. Its mobility is absolutely amazing. Considering it hits hard, it moves fast as well. Now there are some cons. You've got horrendous camo values. So basically if you're in a bush at 400 meters and you shoot, you're going to get spotted unless you've got insane camo crew. Its armor, you're going to get penned by HE on absolutely every tank you meet. Even if a light tractor came into this, he is going to pen you. And lastly, the shell velocity on this tank is rather slow considering it's a German TD. And you'll find that you might underlead some shots, which will mean that you miss some shots. So, do I think this tank is worth it? Yes, this tank has got to be one of the best premium tanks Wargaming has ever released. Now, will they nerf it? They tend not to nerf premium tanks, but with the new sandboxes coming out, who knows, guys. But as things stand right now, this tank is definitely worth the gold for the tank. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you'd like, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because it won't just help this video, it'll help my channel. Till next time, guys, I'll see you later.